to Mission Nutrition with Priscilla. It's good to, no, I don't get to see you. You get to see me. And thank you for tuning in and seeing me and listening to me. I'm going to have an interesting show with no guest. I'm hoping that a friend of mine will call in because this show, I want to talk about hormones. The last show, I had a fabulous friend of mine, a gentleman by the name of Charlie, call in, and he was talking about how the nutrition, the show is Mission Nutrition, how the nutrition that I place people on helped him regenerate and also get his PSA level, and that he had prostate cancer. And it's regenerated his skin, his face is how can I say it? It just blossomed. When I met him about a little over a year and a half ago, his skin was so dry and it was sallow, it didn't have color. And after placing him and his wife on the nutrition, it's just amazing to me. So that's how he looks, and most important is how he feels. And so he's really doing very well. Thank you, Charlie, for calling in last week. So I'm going to take a short break. Make sure that you have some pen and paper together so you can take some notes. You can also call in at 323-965-1600, and we'll be right back with Mission Nutrition with Priscilla. Thank you.
Todos los días cuando voy para el trabajo me encuentro con Pedro Pablo, viene a picarme un cigarro y se lo doy porque soy tan buena gente. Ayer le presté 10 pesos al sobrino de Vicente. Si tu vecina quiere hacer arroz con pollo y necesita que tú le prestes ingredientes, si yo los tengo lo resuelvo urgentemente. Yo te lo digo que yo soy muy buena gente. Que a la farmacia compra un peso de aspirina, llévale 2 sobrecitos a la viejita Cristina. También me compra 2 cajas de caramelo para los hijos de Concha, para los nietos de Ferro. Pero yo creo que lo tuyo es fantasía. Lo que te pidan no lo resuelves enseguida. No digas eso, que yo te ofrezco mi vida, hasta un sombrero que te quede a la medida. Oye, Josefa, dime si se encuentra Paco. Ayer pasé por su casa, llévale estos 3 tabacos. Soy buena gente, tú sabes que no soy malo, porque te presto lo mío y lo ajeno lo regalo. Soy buena gente, tú sabes que no soy malo, porque te presto lo mío y lo ajeno lo regalo. ¿Qué más tú quieres de mí? Si todo yo lo regalo. Me dicen el buena gente por donde quiera que paso. Y no te asombras si mis manos están vacías. Pero ¿qué voy a hacer si así son las manos mías? Si mi vecina quiere hacer arroz con pollo, yo le doy los ingredientes, le doy la cebollita, mira y sal y ajo. Y no te asombras si mis manos están vacías. Pero ¿qué voy a hacer si así son las manos mías? Tengo las manos vacías de tanto dar sin tener. Ay, ¿qué puedo hacer? Así son las manos mías. Y no te asombras si mis manos están vacías. Pero ¿qué voy a hacer si así son las manos mías?
Welcome back to Mission Nutrition with Priscilla. I cannot stop shaking my shoulders to that music. You know, I always talk about the different things that nourish you. First of all, we have to start with actual nourishment, what you're placing in and on your body. But listening to that music, I don't know how that can't nourish me. It gets my hormones going, it gets all the beautiful chemicals, endorphins going on in the body. And I want to give a big shout out to this group. I just met them at Cherie Blackwell's fabulous birthday party at, what's the name of the place? It's at 831 South La Brea. Oh my God, totally spaced out. Candela, which can mean a couple of things. It can mean hot, it can mean candle. But at Candela, at the birthday party, there was an amazing band, and there are Cubans from Chile and Cubanos, and their name is Con Ganas. Amazing Latin group. Y'all have to listen to them. They're great. Thank you, Con Ganas. So, there's a couple of things that I always talk about. First of all, the nutrition. I place everyone on this nutrition that we call it NBC. It will nourish, balance, and cleanse you. And it is so easy, folks. It's the nourishing part. It's a smoothie or a shake. I have one right here. I'll be drinking it while I'm on the show. Then the balancing, because we all need to balance our bodies. And once the body is balanced, you cleanse it. It'll start taking all the toxins and the fat and the yeast and the lower vibration things out of the body in order for the good vibration, good food, good minerals and vitamins that are in our smoothies to come in and to be recognized on a cellular level. And that's how the body starts regenerating. The body recognizes food. It does not recognize other objects, pills, vitamins. There's a lot of people that are taking vitamins, and you may get some effect of it, but it's not a food. The body knows what to do with a food source. And so I just mentioned last week I was talking to a friend of mine. He was kind enough to call in. He lives in Arnoldville, Louisiana. I just got back home from Lafayette 2 months ago. And when I first met Charlie, he's 71 years young. He had prostate cancer, and he opted for, I think it's called seed radiation. And when you have, any kind of radiation and chemotherapy, it kills anything that was left that was good in the body. So he looked very sallow. His skin was extremely dry. And I was thrilled that he was willing to try the nutrition. In fact, he was very excited. And a couple of months later, but now that I see him a year later, my God, his skin has totally regenerated, and his face is full, and he feels healthy. And it's the foods, just doing what we do, the basic 5. He also takes men's formula, which is just for the men's, I call it the men's hormones. We both have hormones, different from men and women, but we both have hormones. So this product by our company called Men's Formula helps gentlemen and make sure that their PSA and their prostate is in balance. And so I'm just thrilled that I was able to be a light source and an energy source in introducing my nutrition to some folks in Louisiana. So speaking to Charlie, it made me realize, at my age, we all women go through a hormone imbalance. And, we're getting hormone therapy treatment. We're seeking out all medications and blah, 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 blah. There's no need for that. What we need to learn is if you place the right thing in the body recognizes it and it starts healing. And with the hormones, we have, hormones play such an important and significant part in maintaining our health and being productive physically, emotionally, mentally. And at a certain age, whether we like it or not, that's the way God made us, the hormonal levels start diminishing, sometimes as early as 35. For me, I remember it was like in my late 30s, mid 40s. I remember like it was yesterday, coming down the stairs of my then house, and all of a sudden I could feel my my attitude changing. Attitude's not the word. I out of nowhere, I wasn't talking to anybody. I wasn't going to see anybody. I felt angry. What's the word? It's not anyway. And I'm saying, what the hell's going on with me? I didn't understand anything about hormones. At that moment, I didn't know about hormone replacement. I had just started the foods, the nutrition, and I'm saying, how could the body do this? It was crazy. So I went to my gynecologist and I told her, what was going on, and she's, we got HRT, hormone replacement therapy. So, back then I did whatever my doctor told me to do, and I got on something called the estrogen patch, which is actually a patch that you place on your skin. And then on a monthly basis, I think 7 to 8 days out of the month, I had to take a little pill called progesterone. I think that's what it was called. And I had just gotten on the foods, and And I remember calling Sharon Winters, my naturopath, who is the reason why I got on this nutrition 11 years ago. And I said, Sharon, I'm on all this HRT, hormone replacement therapy thing. And she said, you know what, Priscilla, you don't need that. What Sharon teaches us is that everything that's in a medical sense, there is an alternative, holistic solution to it for everything. It's everything that you can get medically, you can get as an alternative, a healthier, natural way that is recognized by the body. So she tells me there's an amazing product by our company, and it's called Bella. And I'm saying Bella in Spanish, bella means beautiful. So, she starts talking to me about, some of the symptoms that I was having. I wasn't sleeping. There are confusion. I wasn't confused. Irritability, that was the word. I was coming down the stairs, and all of a sudden I felt irritable. And I'm saying, but I'm not even talking to anybody. Why am I feeling these feelings? But that all has to do with hormones. You get warm flashes. Some people call them hot flashes. There's weight gain. There's diminished sexual interest. Not my problem. Painful intercourse. And I remember my gynecologist telling me, she was very upset because I told her, I said, listen, I'm on these foods. She knew I had gotten on them. And I said, I'm not going to do the hormone therapy. I'm going to go alternative on a natural. She says, you know what? Your skin's going to dry up and your vagina's going to dry up. I thought she was kidding. And now that I go back and I'm talking to different women, that is truth. Because you don't have the hormones in your body, the levels are diminished or they're gone, and you're not doing anything to replace them, your skin dries out. My skin is just beautiful. And the liquids, or for lack of word, in the vagina dry up, making intercourse very, very difficult and very painful. So that is a truth. And, young women, start taking care of your hormones. There's a test out there, and I think I have a caller that's going to call in, and she will give you the most amazing testimony. But there's a test out there that's called, we call it FISH. It's FSH. And it determines the level of estrogen in women, and what's producing it, and if there's a hormonal imbalance, because the lack of hormones in our body for women, I'm not sure about men. I'm going to study that one. Once it diminishes, it can really screw up a lot of things in our lives, make us irritable for no reason at all, and we'll be, with our mate or with our children, and pick fights, and 1 minute we'll be okay, happy, and the next second we're crying, and I mean uncontrollably crying. It all has to do with hormones. I mean, there could be other things, going on in our lives, but please learn to talk to your doctor, your gynecologist, and make sure that you make sure they take the FISH test. They may say, it's this, it's that. Insist on taking a fish test. It's all just a tiny little blood test, and it will tell you where your hormone level is, because hormones are just chemical messages. And when I discovered from Sharon Winters what I wanted to say with the hormone replacement therapy, and these are little notes that I took. In the late 80s and 90s, the hormone replacement therapy involved taking synthetic hormones. Here we go again, putting things that are not recognized in the human body. And so when they were putting all these synthetic hormones in our body, estrogen and progesterone, it caused a really big problem after several years with several studies in people, because the medical industry realized that the use of synthetic hormones as a replacement caused strokes and breast cancer. It shot up the amount of breast cancer in women and strokes in women. Well, of course, if you're going to put, synthetic garbage in our body that's not recognized, it's like putting it's like eating plastic to me. I don't understand. Sometimes we're guinea pigs. So this left women with a little bit of resources for managing their diminished hormones and the levels of estrogen, in our body. So I'm going to take a little break because I'm expecting a really amazing caller to call in and talk more on the subject of hormones. So give me a few minutes. We'll be right back with Mission Nutrition with Priscilla, and we're talking about hormones. Hi, and welcome back to Mission Nutrition with Priscilla. We've got a caller, but I'm not sure if it's the call I'm expecting. Let's see who's on the line. Hi, and welcome to Mission Nutrition. Hello? 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 Hola, hola, hola. Welcome to Mission Nutrition. I think we're having technical problems. Don't you love technology? Tell you the truth, I can't stand it. But it is what it is. Well, let's go on a quick break, and we'll see if we can get the caller back on the line. If you're listening to me, caller, please hold on. We're just having technical difficulties. We'll be with you in a minute. It's not for the show? Mission Nutrition with Priscilla. I think we've got a caller. Let's see who it is. Hello, welcome to Mission Nutrition. Hello? Hello? Hello, welcome to Mission Nutrition. Oh, they hung up. Whoever it was, please call us back at 323-965-1600. Also, you can reach me by shooting me an email. I don't like using that word. By emailing me at missionnutritiontv@gmail.com. And you can also call me. I can never remember the phone for people to reach me at. It's area code 818-275-2528. Again, 818-275-2528. And while we're waiting for this caller to call back, because I have a couple of people that I want them to share their testimonies with us on air so that you can see that there's many facets, many challenges, many dis-eases that getting on the right nutrition helps you with. It's all about bringing balance to the body, but it all starts on what you're putting in and on the body. I keep on saying this, and I will keep on repeating myself, that what you place on this beautiful organ, it takes 26 seconds for it to go into our bloodstreams. That is really quick, and I don't think we realize the gabillions of is that a word? No, gazillions of toxins and chemicals that we're placing on our skin. And then we wonder, at 30, 40, 50 years old, we wake up, we thought that we were well-nourished, we thought that we worked out, we didn't smoke, we took care of our health, and boom, we've got some kind of dis-ease, and the major one being cancer. And it's because of what we're placing in and also on our skin. I was reading something about lipsticks on the internet the other day, and I was like shocked. Popular lipsticks, and this was on the internet. I'm not making this up, and I remember it came off of, I think, L'Oreal. Someone on the internet was talking about the ingredients in some of the L'Oreal lipsticks. Don't sue me now. I'm just got this from the internet. And also a disclaimer. I'm not the naturopath. I'm not a doctor. I am just a person sharing my testimony and what placing this nutrition in my body and on my skin did for me. Almost 11 years ago, when I was told I had ovarian cancer, and within not more than 2 weeks, my cancer level came down, my 4 fibroids and my 2 cysts diminished, gone, nada. So that's my testimony. I own it, and that's what I'm sharing with everybody else, that if you place the proper things in and on your body, you will regenerate, you will heal. It won't take one day. It won't take a week. It's a process, like everything else in life, and it's about being in balance. So with these popular lipsticks, lanolin oil, and somebody might think, oh, oil, that's great, it's moisture, blah, blah, blah. It's from the grease of sheep hair. Meh. Is that what sheep go? Is that a goat? What do sheep do? Yeah, meh. So lanolin oil is from the grease of sheep hair, a word I can't even pronounce, ozokerite, ozokerite wax from coal and shale, and then microcrystalline wax from petroleum. Now, our products, yes, we have food, we have nutrition, we have skincare, we have home products. Our nutritional lipsticks, called Candescent, has no animal, no petroleum byproducts, contains vitamin C, vitamin E, and vegetable-based squalane, SQUALANE. Look it up. Our lipsticks, to give you an example of our lipsticks, my granddaughter's 2 years old. If my granddaughter were to get a hold of a lipstick and bit off and chewed it, she would have to go to a hospital and we'd have to pump her stomach. if she chewed off and bit off my lipstick, all we would have to do is give her some water, because everything in our company is manufactured and produced with food-grade herbs and in a plant that's concentrated and food-based. Everything is recognized by the body. There are no toxins and chemicals that the body doesn't know how to react to, or what to do with. So this hormone replacement stuff that we're no longer seeing because it's killing a lot of women and giving them strokes and cancer. The alternative holistic. What am I doing with these earphones on? Totally forgot I had them. So the alternative holistic way to do it is by a beautiful product that's manufactured by our company, and it's called Bella. And in Spanish, Bella means bella. And Bella is obviously inspired from the Latin word that means beautiful. And it's a blend of herbs and plants, what the body can recognize. Herbs and plants that work in unison with the body's natural processes to balance energy and promote feeling of serenity, calmness. And for us women of all ages, it's also naturally highly concentrated and no added hormones. So there's nothing synthetic in our product called Bella. The gentlemen, the brilliant doctors that own this company, they primarily developed Bella to help women transition smoothly through the changes associated with menopause. But it's not only for women with menopause. The young ladies that are getting their menstrual cycle, with PMS, with the changes. The body is going through an immense change. There's, I believe, 3 or 4 life changes in a woman. First of all, when we get our menstrual period, the cramps, the irritability. Also, when we're premenopausal, menopausal, and I'm not yet at the third one because I haven't gotten there yet. But there's different changes in a woman's life that the hormones do affect your way of life. So then, these doctors, they developed Bella, this beautiful little, and all you do is take 2 capsules a day to help promote the transition smoothly with the association of menopause. And it's a unique formula that also benefits women of all ages, as Bella nourishes the skin from the inside, helping to soften. No wonder I have my skin. Touch my skin. I'm 60 years old, and it's just smooth like a baby's behind. I love it. And so it promotes, you are what you eat. You are what's inside your body. So with this product, with Bella, it promotes everything. It helps with the skin. It promotes, it balances your hormonal levels, so you're not feeling irritable. You're not feeling tired. I know that once I started with it, I had a terrible issue with sleeping. Not anymore. In fact, I slept so well last night, I got a god-dang $73 parking ticket because I didn't switch my car, and it was that freaking clean the street day. Oh, I was so upset. That's the second ticket I gotten. But anyway, I'm sleeping a lot better. I am constantly, anyone that knows me, I am such a happy person. Thank you, God. But thank you, God, and thank you for my running into Sharon Winters and learning, because I didn't know back then, that you are what you eat. And if you put the proper things, I'll keep repeating this, if you put the proper things in your body, you will come into total balance and you will get rid of any challenge. It doesn't matter if you've got diabetes or high blood pressure or lupus like my mommy or depression. In fact, and if my caller calls in before the end of the show, you'll hear an actual testimony on someone that was labeled bipolar and had all these medications for depression, and she just took Bella, and all that stuff was gone, and she never had to take the medication again. That's miraculous, if you tell me. And people are so concerned, well, what's it cost? What's the cost of feeling, shitty? What's the cost of feeling irritable and you can't understand why 1 minute you're happy and the other minute you're crying? What's the cost of losing your job because of it? What's the cost of when you're told you have cancer? I don't want to hear about what it cost. I know that when I was told I had ovarian cancer, I said, oh my God, my whole world I didn't know what to think. All I thought was, why? How did I do it? What did I do? I didn't blame it on anybody. I looked inside of me. And I researched, and thank you, Dr. Sharon Winters, for holding my hand and guiding me through this, that it was all due to what I'm putting in and on my body, but also how else are we nourishing ourselves? You know, I nourish myself through my God, my music, dancing. Once in a while, I go get a massage. Even getting my nails done. I got my nails done the other day, and just sitting there and taking all that's going outside and pushing it away for an hour. We need to learn to do this, especially women. I'm not saying that men are not under stress. Yes, they're under stress, but a woman has their own life, their jobs, their family, children. If you have more than one child, God bless you. I don't know. I've only had one and I'm blessed. I wouldn't know what to do with 2 or 3 kids that you have to work, you have to come home, you have to clean, you have to make dinner, you have to take Johnny to the baseball, you have to take Violet to ballet classes. I would go crazy. So women are a lot more under stress than normal these days because we're trying to handle all these things. And then on top of that, you're going through your premenopause and you're suffering inside. You're not sleeping. You're gaining weight. You feel that you don't look as gorgeous as you used to. That can be taken care of, but do it in a holistic, natural way where the body recognizes it. For more information on this, please feel free to call me. Oh, somebody's phone is ringing. Sorry if you're hearing that. Feel free to call me at 818-275-2528, or you can email me at missionnutritiontv@gmail.com. You can always call the show, but the show we don't have a lot of time to talk on the air about certain things. But if you want to call in while I'm here, and it's every Wednesday from 2:30 to 3:30, the number to call in is area code 323-965-1600. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with Mission Nutrition with Priscilla. Thank you for tuning in. I'll be right back.
Música y sentimiento, moviendo al mundo entero con este ritmo nuevo. Singing and dancing all night long, keep on the rhythm of my song. El corazón para ti, para mí, oh my danzón. For you, for me, it's here. Woo. Ya llegó, con ganas, danzón. It's here, ya llegó, con ganas, danzón. El que lo baila cualquiera. Seguimos rompiendo fronteras. Moviendo al mundo entero con este ritmo nuevo. I'm bringing this rhythm from Los Angeles streets. So move your head to the bottom of your feet, pero con ganas. Para ti, para mí. Con ganas, move your head. For you, for me. Oye, con ganas, algo nuevo para el mundo entero. Danzón, all the way from LA, sunny California. So don't forget, danzón, un concepto distinto y diferente que está poniendo a bailar a toda mi gente. Danzón. So be ready, get somebody dance on. Sitting down, standing up, move it, danzón. Danza mi rumba, oye, mira, óyete.
Welcome back to Mission Nutrition with Priscilla. Oh my God, when I listen to my music, I forget about everything. To me, I always say I can do without my man, but I can't do without my music. And my man, I know you're not listening because you're working, but if you were, you know I'm only kidding. Before we come back to Mission Nutrition with Priscilla and talk about hormones, which I've been talking about, I want to give a couple of shouts out. First of all, thank you, Con Ganas. And, this radio show, it's all new to me. I'm so blessed to be here and to share this information with you. But without an engineer, I can't do this. And I've got Gerard, who's just doing it for the first time. You are doing a magnificent job, sweetheart. Thank you so much. And so a couple of other announcements. If you call me, for the first, let's do the first 8 callers. If you call the show at 323-965-1600, the company that gives me this amazing nutrition, they're right here in Torrance, and they're going to give the first 8 callers a complimentary, that means free, gratis, nada, a complimentary mini facial and makeover. But you'll have to make an appointment. The number to make an appointment, you can contact Nikki or Julie at 310-222-9293. That way, it'll give you the opportunity to see where we are in Torrance and to experience. Remember I said we have nutrition, skincare, and home products. A lot of people don't understand they're getting sick, like cancers, and diseases because of what they're putting in and on their body. So take a ride down to Torrance. You can bring 4 to 6 people, but the first 8 callers, you will get a totally free mini facial and makeover. Again, contact Nikki or Julie at area code 310-222-9293. And tell them that Priscilla said it on the radio, and they will give you a free mini makeover and a free mini facial and a makeover. And also a shout out to my beautiful Latina girlfriends. Number one, the Latina Style magazine. They're here in Los Angeles, at Universal Hilton. Starting Thursday, they have the Latina work series. So there's going to be fascinating women giving, keynote speeches and workshops. And again, that's the Latina Style magazine. I'm one of the volunteers, so I have to be there tomorrow at 6 o'clock in the morning. Duh. And also, Jennifer Rodriguez, she is the director of the Miss Teen and California Latina pageant. It's not a beauty pageant. The Miss California Latina pageant, it's in its 6th year. I was the MC for her very first show 6 years ago. Wow, I can't believe it. And December 1st, you will see 65 Latina young ladies compete. They're from all over the state of California, and they could be Latina African American, Latina Chinese, Latina Italian, Latina Brazilian. They're all of Latin ethnic backgrounds, and they're competing to get scholarships and to wear their glorious reign and to do things for the Hispanic or the Latin community. I preferred to call myself a Latina, not a Hispanic. But I want to give a really great big shout out to Jennifer Rodriguez, who's the director of the Miss California Latina pageant. And the pageant will be held December 1st. It's a Sunday, December 1st, at the Westin Hotel in Pasadena. So go online to Miss California Latina pageant, pick up a ticket, and come out and support these beautiful, beautiful young women from all walks of life. And what the pageant does is to build their self-esteem and get them to a point of confidence where they can go out to the workforce and know that they can do whatever their heart desires. A lot of us, unfortunately, in the Latin community, we're told, like my daddy told me, again, I'm 60 years old, so it's a ways back. My daddy told me that my mom was the queen and I was the princess, and that when I grew up, a king would take care of me and do exactly what Daddy did for my mom. Well, my mom never worked. She had diamonds and pearls and a beautiful home with, 7 children, and she got everything her heart desired, and my father had her up on a pedestal. Daddy, I don't think you meant to lie, but that's not the way it is. And I don't think it's healthy for a young Latina or any woman to depend on a man. We should find rightfully our own place, our own passion, and what moves us and what motivates us. And that's what the Miss California Latina pageant is instilling in the young Latinas from the ages of 13 to 27, is to learn whatever motivates you, whatever drives you, whatever passion, learn about it, go into it, delve in it, and don't let anybody say you cannot. We can do whatever the hell we want. That means also being the next Latina female president. Okay? So I think we've got a caller, so let me see who's calling, and hold on. Hello? Hello, welcome to Mission Nutrition. Hello, hello, hello. Who's there? Oh, I'm telling you, is someone pulling a prank on me? Well, you can pull all the pranks you want, babe, because I don't get irritable. My hormones are in balance. And that's what the show, that's what I was talking about, how to promote, to get your hormones in balance, especially, are they calling in? Okay, let's see if they're back on the line. Thank you for
Dial your operator.
Dial your
If you'd like to
operator. I don't need to dial the operator. I need for the caller to dial into 323-965-1300. I'm going to keep my little earphones on. I feel like Mickey Mouse with these things on, but that's okay. And hello?
Hello?
Hi. Who am I speaking with? Welcome to Mission Nutrition.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
I can hardly hear you.
Oh, maybe I need to put my volume up. Can you hear me now?
I can't hear you.
Hello, can you hear me now?
No.
Well, if you're saying no, you can hear something. You can hear me.
Okay, I can hear you now.
Okay, and I know this voice. I've been waiting for you to call since 2 o'clock, girlfriend.
I've been caught. I'm sorry. I apologize. I got caught on the bus.
Oh, well, that's what you get for taking buses. Well, for the general audience that's listening to me, I remember I said on the air that I had an important special phone call, and it was a testimony on the product that I'm talking about that deals with hormones. And this is my baby, my little sister, Renee Valdejulie. My blue-eyed, gorgeous sister. How are you, sister? Calling in from Lafayette, Louisiana.
I love you, and I miss you very much, Priscilla.
I know, same here. But in a few months we'll all be together with
Yes, ma'am, by the grace of God.
Yes.
I just wanted to share a little story about how the products have helped me out, and maybe it could help somebody else out.
Absolutely.
I remember I came from California here to Louisiana, and I was on 17 different kinds of medication, and I had lost 40 pounds. And by the grace of God, you and Mom put me on the teas and gave me some Bella for my depression. And next thing I know, I've gained 80 pounds, which it's been difficult losing. My virus, I've been HIV for 30 years, and it's undetectable because of the teas. I usually don't have too much appetite, and when I don't, I have a shake, which I've seen you make with a lot of fruits, and it's been helping me out to have appetite because it gives me a lot of proteins. I'm also a recovering alcoholic, and I'm just trying to share my story with other people, and hopefully they can have the chance, just give themselves a chance, because I didn't think these teas would do anything for me, and they have. And I've been very, very blessed.
Thank you, sister. And can I share the story of how the day that we put you on, Bella? Do you mind?
Sure. Sure.
Okay, we all lived in California, and my sister was visiting my house, and I took my mom and myself, we went to get our nails done, and my sister was at my house. A girlfriend of mine calls the house, and my sister answered. They hang up. My girlfriend calls me and says, "You better call your sister. She's crying uncontrollably." And I said, "That's impossible. I just left her not even 15 minutes ago. She knows we're getting our nails done." I called my sister. She was crying uncontrollably, and I said, "What is going on?" And she said, I'm battling a depression. I think I'm going to commit suicide." Well,
Yes.
today I can tell you folks, I don't even remember getting in my car. And I had my mom with me. All I remember was I called her up and I said, "Renee, there's something in the kitchen. It's called Bella. It says to take 2 capsules, take 6. I don't know where I got this from. I always say that it's God's intervention.
Yes.
So by the time I got to the house, I told her I never suffered from depression. I didn't know what she was going through. What should I do? And she said, "Take me to a hospital." Northridge Hospital was just a few blocks away. I took her to the hospital. And about like an hour later, obviously I had my mom with me. And my mom and my sister are talking, and Renee is like really calm and mellow, and she was hungry. She wanted us to get something to eat. And she said, Renee, I think you said, "Tell the doctor I feel fine, I want to go home." And because in the state of California, once you say that you think you're going to commit suicide, by law, they cannot let you walk out of the hospital.
They have to hold you for 72 hours. Yeah.
Right. So they got her a bed. It took 15 hours to get a bed in a psychiatric hospital. And I started looking at my sister, and I remember Mommy, you were talking about something Mommy gave you, and Mommy said to you, Renee, "Pero Renee, I gave you that like 20 years ago." So you were bringing up all these memories. And I said, "Renee," I said, "how do you feel?" And you said to me, "I feel perfect. I'm ready to go home." And I remember when they did take you to the psychiatric hospital, and I said, and I'm sorry I'm saying this online, I said, "Do not take any of the medication that they're giving you, Renee. Put it in your mouth, don't swallow it, spit it out, and let me give you all this nutrition. We're going to bombard your body with the nutrition."
Right.
But what happened was, I said, "Renee, even though you had a hysterectomy, I don't think any of the doctors are doing the fish test to check your hormone level. And by God, no doctor, Renee, to my knowledge, when we were together, gave you that hormonal test. So they had no idea that what was going on inside of you was a hormone imbalance. Because
Right.
as soon as we gave you Bella, everything shifted. Your mood,
Right. I'll never forget.
Right, your mood shifted. Your skin looked better. It was, you slept better. So I thank you, sister, for sharing this. And what I'm trying to tell people with passion is that don't allow yourself to become a guinea pig with medication.
Right.
I'm
right.
not saying we don't need doctors. We need doctors. It's just that doctors, when they're studying, they are not taught on nutrition. They have no idea that if you give the body what it needs, it recognizes it and it starts healing itself. That's how God made this beautiful temple of ours.
You're right.
Renee, so
You're right.
how's your weight today, and how are you feeling?
My weight is 204, and I'm feeling marvelous.
But we
I
still
thank God every day that I wake up.
we still have to get you to lose a little bit more weight, girlfriend.
I know.
You can take the shakes, but if you're still eating that dirty rice from southern Louisiana, it ain't gonna work. And
No. I'm back on the teas again.
Okay, so it's all about nourishing, balancing, and cleansing the body. And
You're right.
And it also, as my sister says, my sister has had challenges in life that, by the grace of God, she's still on this good earth breathing. She's a recovered heroin addict, a recovered alcoholic. I am so proud of you, Renee, my sister, for walking the steps that you've walked in this life to make a better life for you, and to realize that whatever happened in the past, you have to learn to keep it in the past. And if God gives us a new day, take advantage of that new day with new breath, with new passion, with new awareness and insight that if we're given a day, make the best of it. Stop thinking about what happened to us last
You're right.
year, with our past relationships, whatever. The past belongs in the frickin' past.
You're right.
And Renee, I thank you for calling in. Tell Mommy that I love and adore her as I love and adore you. And keep it up on the foods, Renee. You know that they
I
work.
will.
So,
I will. And I thank you so much, Priscilla.
And
I miss you even more than ever.
Thank you, sweetheart. Love you. Talk to
see
you
you soon.
soon. So I want to thank my sister from the bottom of my heart for sharing that. It was an amazing, amazing story to see your little sister. I remember opening the door to my home, and the sobbing was so uncontrollable. And to have your relatives say, I feel like I want to commit suicide. It's awful. And it had to do with hormonal imbalance, folks. Hormonal imbalance. So, call me with any questions you have. I'm here to share. I thank you for calling in. I thank you for tuning in with Mission Nutrition with Priscilla. And we'll see you again next Wednesday, 2:30 to 3:30 with Mission Nutrition with Priscilla. Thank you. Gracias.